I am not going to apologise this time for putting out another video for my whole World is a Stage playlist because this is too important. And I thought I was being smart by presenting some new information. This is a new idea for all those that have been caught up over the last 5 days with the Ukrainian raid. It's actually an offensive into the Sumy region here. Right, so we all know the story by now if you've been following this. It's clear that they're collapsing, okay, and they're having a last throw of the dice. Right, they've thrown in their final reserves of men and material, okay, this is it. There is nothing else left. There's a few ideas on what this is. I'm not going to put these ideas out, it's not that sort of channel. What I will present is a new idea. Like I say, I thought this was pretty fresh, but as a day has worn on, because it's Sunday, so it's like a tidying day for me, I'd prepared a lot of the information, images and what have you for this video this morning, some of it last night, and then I've just seen 2 videos kind of coming round to this idea. You know, it's a possibility, but in my opinion, it's a very strong possibility, in fact. And for those of you that's been following this war, if you remember about a month ago, likely 6 weeks maximum, Belarusia, the president had made an agreement with the Ukrainians that they weren't going to attack or something yet, and that began to move the forces away from the border. And that's one of the reasons why Zelensky were able to get some of these reserves together, okay, and he's been able to move them down to Sumy region and make this raid. And the other one is about 2 weeks ago, Russia came out and stated that in the Kharkov region in the north, the new front line, they had gone into a defensive mode. That was reported a fortnight ago. Right? They were not launching, an offensive anymore. They were going defensive. That was just 2 weeks ago, exactly. Then we'd heard just yesterday, I think, that the Ukrainians had caught onto, with the United States' help, obviously, that the Russians had been removing landmines around the Sumy region and that they was going to launch an attack, right? Okay, so how about this one then, that the High Command of Russia had seen an opportunity and tried to force the hand of the West into doing something like this, something as stupid as this, and hastening the end of the war. Yeah, because it's been a war of attrition mostly, and this is a good way to end the war this year. The ISR that's above this battle zone is almost absolute. I don't believe that the Russians didn't know that they were getting into position whatsoever. The only bad thing about that for Russian people is whether or not they believe that in a war situation would their president and leaders allow a few civilians to be killed in this battle, because there's been about, let's say, under 10, right, and some damage to a few border villages, completely non-strategical areas, okay? Yes, they would. This has happened. All nations have done this, and especially in major wars. But also, Russia would have even sent out courier people messages that you need to be on alert and get ready to move out of a zone, so there would be less people killed if anything like this did happen. But something like this would have to be done in a certain way so the Ukrainians, the West, didn't catch on.